Look, the storm knocked down that big wire.
Hey, let's jump our bikes over it.
Now, we better move it off the road.
No, you better leave that power line right where it is. There's enough electricity there to fry an elephant.
We didn't think it was dangerous.
You'd have found out too late. Remember, never play around electrical wires or you could be playing with fire.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
We shouldn't be in here. Let's go.
Okay, follow me. What's the matter, you chicken?
I far.
Okay, chicken, I'm leaving you here. Use your head, Sally.
Lady J!
There's nothing chicken about being smart. If you stop and think, there's almost always a better way.
I use this plank
That's using your head.
instead of losing it. Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
Billy the Ball! Good turkey, now we might lose.
Hold on there.
Flint!
Will yelling at Billy help?
Not really.
Look, if you want to play your best, you got to play like a team.
Yeah, Red! It's tied up!
The next time you get angry over a bad play, remember you need teamwork to win, not arguments.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
Nice bike. Maybe we could borrow it? No, that's stealing. I'll ask for permission later.
Uh-oh. Looks like you're asking for trouble now.
Shipwreck!
How would you like it if someone took your bike?
I wouldn't.
And if you get caught?
I definitely end up in trouble.
Remember, taking something that isn't yours just isn't right.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
It started out when we first heard that, you know, we up for G.I. Joe. We were like, G.I. Joe, wow, that's like, how is this gonna work? I don't know, we weren't sure exactly where this is going, but the more we developed the score, the more we it just grew into something really big and beautiful, and I think in the end, you know, the game and the music is gonna really work together really well, and it's gonna really speak for itself.
There's a lot of things that don't work well with computers when it comes to orchestras. So Chris will give me some notes and say, you know, I had to do this bit here because that's what sounded okay with the samples just for the demo. I really want it to sound like this. And that's my job, to make it sound like what Chris really wanted to, like what was in his head. All right, I will reprint it on the break. It'll sound way cooler.
Even in coming from Germany, we had G.I. Joe toys and all the good stuff. So that's definitely a fan.
I'm definitely a fan of G.I. Joe. I'm an 80s kid, so I grew up with both the cartoon and the toys. So it was a really, it was a big deal. It was kind of an honor to be able to, do this such an iconic franchise, to get to kind of reboot it now for, on next gen. So we start off in an Arctic environment. So it's, of course, there we're trying to sell the cold, we're trying to sell the desolation. It's windy, so we've got, really kind of cold sounding strings.
For Arctic, I actually didn't use that much brass because brass tends to warm it up a little bit. So the orchestra is mostly strings in that one, kind of keep it one-dimensional.
And then, for desert, for example, we have different Middle Eastern instruments, just to kind of emphasize, okay, we got, desert, and then the same for jungle, just make sure that, it just fits to the environment.
Our audio director told us desert, like more Middle Eastern desert maybe. So we got to have some fun with some of the strings there, do the kind of unison Middle Eastern strings, a lot of portamentos, slide it up, and I know we kept telling the string players to play it sexier. So
The theme for G.I. Joe, the new one that Chris and Sasha wrote, was a lot of fun to record because it's big and epic, and everyone's playing loud.
I love the theme. I think it's a great way to bring G.I. Joe, into modern times. And also, we've got a couple little retro touches in there for the fans that I think they'll be really happy with.